Me and my niggas outside of the crib, blowing the smoke and rolling a few, shooting some dice and making a flip, we getting the lit, you know what it do. One of my homies said, I got a question I wanna know, like what will you choose? If you had 24 hours to live, then where would you go? Where would you build? I'm about to catch a few felonies, all of the trunk and head to the Beverly's. How about the whipping and robbing celebrity? Take all this shit and steal his identity. Strap on the vest and go kill all my enemies. Slap any hater that showed any jealousy. Shoot every broski that tried to get next to me. After the shit, they all gonna remember me. They had the bag and the egg of the draw. Get a draw, get in the floor. Take from the rich and then give to the poor. Give them the shit that they get in the fraud. Buy my cribs and then give them a tour. Give them a tour. Whipping apart. Skirt on the cops and I'm flipping the law. Bury the ops and then dig up the call. Throw me a party with all of the bros and the turn every day to a holiday. I have an orgy with all of the hoes who ain't never want to give me the time of day. Catch them all lacking and kidnap you rappers who taught the police to cooperate. Throw in the prison and free all the haters and give all the niggas a lot of blame. Pull up to the fucking White House with an AK, go inside and cut the lights out, then I make pounds. Tell the government to fight down, we don't play safe. Everybody gonna block now, gonna play big state ready, and I'm on a pound with a straight blade. Guarantee the shit that go down like a main date. Make a renovate the whole here, then I vacate. A lot of niggas doing no good, but they maintain. I'm a gun down every minute foul. Wonder if I get to heaven now, I'm in now. Once I get every dead beat, daddy put them in the ground. Niggas gotta let them in around, but they're in and out. I'ma run a couple 100 miles, then I'm giving out hooks to the people at the bottom that can never smile. I don't feel the top for the low when he hit it now. Everything I ever wanted, I'm gonna get it now. Nigga now, no matter catch a few felonies, all up and trucking their head to the Beverly's. How about the whipping and robbing celebrity? Take all the shit and steal his identity. Strap on the vest and go kill all my enemies. Slap any hater that showed any jealousy. If you had 24 hours to live with it, what would you do if it was you? What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? I got a question I wanna know, like what would you do? Where would you go? What would you do? So I got a question I wanna know, like what would you do? Would you go crazy with cousins to kill every nigga you hate on the blood? You can fly up the blood and scare you off on the bricks. Stop any nigga that did any selfish shit, running the crib and the check. But you gonna get load up the towers and scheme on the government. 24 hours is all that you gonna get. Would you go stupid or would you do none of it? I'm coming for every nigga that owe me checks. Better have every single penny and don't be late. All the running and how to get do it won't be set. We ain't told that another one in the boat. She ain't. I'm fucking your baby mama's a kill fee. Give your son a new little brother, I hit me. He ain't got a bullet for every nigga that told me. Whip, no more rhyming and OJ. I need a cold stay. 50 side of niggas begging better give me a jewelry. If I'll take it off and you'll be giving it to me. I murder every bullet, every hit in a movie. This for every nigga that thought it was even a movie. Went too many on my list that was daring to move me. This for anybody that was scamming, they knew me. Got to every motherfucker who they animal coochie. Line them all up in a row, so I aim it a Uzi. And you will see what happens next. Cause when the clock gets stopped, I can laugh at death. I got a bulletproof heart, I don't have a vest. Before I die, ask God if I pass him test. Take all my money, got a crib, then I cash a check. Leave my living to my kids, that's my last request. If you had 24 hours to act your level, tell me what you gonna do if you ask. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? I got a question I wanna know, like what would you do? Where would you go? What would you do? So I got a question I wanna know, like what would you do? Would you go crazy with cousins to kill every nigga you hate on the blood? You can slide up the blood and scare you 100 bricks. Stop any nigga that get me selfish shit, running the crib and the check. What you gotta get, load up the child of the scheme on the government. 24 hours is all that you gotta get. Would you go stupid or would you do none of it? None of it, none of it. Hey Doc, what's the news? Doc says, I have some bad news and some really bad news. The bad news is that you only have 24 hours to live. Fred can't believe it. Oh my God, what could be worse news than that? Doctor says I couldn't get hold of you yesterday.